Our local bowler is on a roll, and now he has the second highest score recorded in the Sacramento area.
Okay, so Ashley Williams is live at the bowling alley to see if she can meet and, maybe tap in with this strikingly talented man.
I'm guessing not.
You can learn a thing or two.
Hey, hold on. Let me tell you something, John. I actually hit a strike the moment we walked into this building at Country Club Lanes this morning. That, my friends, is Aaron Tabaka. Aaron is 25 years old, just turned 25, and he bowled an 888 series, a 300, 289, 299, and almost got that strike. You know what? I'm gonna let you catch that next one, and then we'll chat with Aaron Tabaka. We're just going to wait this one out. Aaron is incredible. Now, Courtney and John, I don't know about you guys. I'm not well-versed in all things bowling. My knowledge goes as far as just, going in and just hoping to get a strike and awkwardly walking back until you wait your turn again. That's all I know. There it is. Woo! There's that strike we were hoping for. The guy, guys. Okay, so he is on track to really go pro. Let's be honest here. Aaron, good morning. Good to see you.
Good morning. How are we doing?
Congratulations. 888. For people who don't know what that is or if it doesn't make sense, how do you explain an 888?
It's hard to explain it.
Yeah.
It's 300, 289, 299. It's a really high score. Your max score in bowling is 900.
Yep.
So it was one pin shy of the Sacramento record.
One pin shy of the Sacramento record. However, you hold the record at Country Club Lanes, which is super exciting. How long have you been bowling?
I've been bowling since I was 4.
Okay, well, that makes sense. That checks out. And the person who holds the record right now in Sacramento is somebody who set it back in 1989. And then now in 2025, the 25-year-old Aaron is now setting the second highest record. How does that feel? I mean, that's massive.
It's surreal. Never thought it would happen, and then just the pins were falling good that day. So hopefully we can run with it.
Yeah. So basically, guys, a perfect game is 12 strikes in a row. And I'm just curious, how in the world, I mean, obviously a lot of practice goes into that, but you get to that 11th strike and you're about to go for that 12th. What's happening in your head?
Don't foul and hopefully throw a good shot.
Okay, so I want to watch you bowl again. You can take whatever lane you want. And here's the thing, guys. Dave Grashoff pointed this out to me. If you take a look at his swing, he kind of brings that arm all the way back, like a pendulum swing. And then he releases. So look how high his arm goes. And then he bowls. That's looking like another strike. Oh, you got the strike. That's fantastic. So imagine doing that 10 more times, and then you could be as perfect as Aaron. Aaron, can you give me some advice? What's the advice here?
You just want to make it like a pendulum swing, and then timing's like the biggest thing. If you're a little bit fast, that's when you're going to kind of tug it to the left a little bit.
Perfect. Okay, so coming up in just a couple of minutes, I will, take a stab at it. And then we're going to show the video of the day it happened, the day you hit that 888. And we'll show people at home the excitement behind that.
All right, there we go.
All right, guys, Country Club Lanes. He works in the pro shop, by the way.
Oh, nice.
Get his autograph now. He's going to be massive, yes. So we'll toss it back to you and see you in a couple of minutes.
Okay. Thank you, Ash.
All right, welcome back to Good Day Sacramento. Right now, stepping up, that is Aaron Tabaka. Aaron works at Country Club Lanes in the pro shop, and he recently scored an 888, shattering records in Sacramento. And there it is. That is exactly why he is shattering records. Yes, with that strike. All right, this is so great. If you're just tuning in, Aaron, again, he works at the pro shop here at Country Club Lanes. And Aaron, you are just the talk of the town. An 888 you recently bowled. For those who don't understand that, that means you basically bowled a 300, a 289, and then a 299.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
That's crazy. Okay, speaking of which, we do have video of that day and that moment. Take a look at this. So you bowled this. What's your first reaction, your response?
My first response was like a deep breath
of
relief that everything's over. I'm done bowling, but even now it's still just trying to think of how it actually happened. It's surreal. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, you said you've been bowling since you're around 4 or 5, so the last 20 years you've been bowling. What's the trick? What is the secret to bowling a perfect game?
Just throwing shots. Hopefully, it's a lot of carry, a lot of luck. This game has more luck than it is actual skill. So the pins were falling pretty well, and just hope for the best.
Yeah, I noticed a little skill before, by the way, when you were bowling earlier. Okay, so you now hold the record here at Country Club Lanes, but second highest in all of Sacramento. The last guy to do anything better than 888 was back in 1989. What can you tell me about that gentleman?
I believe his name was Mark Benavidez, shot 889. That was, way before I was born, so I didn't really super see it, but back then it was a lot harder.
Yeah.
Bowling balls were not as easy to strike on, and they didn't hook nearly as much as now.
So let's be clear. You did 288, he did 289, which basically means 1 pin down. Otherwise, you would be right there with them.
Yeah, unless we would have been tied, and it would have been fun.
So the question is, I'm curious if you're gonna have your face kind of plastered around country club lanes at some point.
I hope so.
You hope so, yeah.
Hopefully they'll see the
I think it's fair.
the skit, and they'll put me up somewhere.
All right, let me watch your technique really fast. I'm gonna watch them bowl, guys, one more time, and then I'm gonna take a stab at it. And again, I mentioned this earlier, but if you notice his release, his arm comes up higher than you would think. So there he is, swinging.
See, that's the thing I can't do when they
Looking
swing it way back like that.
Another strike. Another strike. By the way, a perfect game, a 300 game, is 12 strikes in a row. So I'm going to give you the microphone and talk me through it, all right?
You got this, Mama.
All right. So first you're going to set up. You want to try to get your target where you're going to look. So I'd look like right at the fourth arrow or the middle arrow.
Okay.
And then you just want to get a nice smooth pendulum swing. Timing is everything. That's got a shot.
Oh, that looks good. What?
Whoa!
You're practically
Yes,
professional.
Come on!
Break
And I
that
have
down.
the nails too. I think I
ma'am.
got to do it one more time. We do have to go to a break, but if I do now 2 in a row, I want my face on the wall.
Let's do it.
Because that's impressive. All right, here we go. Hold
You
on,
want-
one
you
more,
want your
guys,
face
one
on the
more.
wall if you do 2 in a row?
Yes.
Okay. It's a bit bold. I'll buy you a coffee if you do 2 in a row.
Oh. You see, that's what happens when you get too
Well,
cocky. You get a little too.
I can't be perfect all the time. Not all the time. All right, guys. Aaron Tabaka, Country Club Lanes. Make sure you check him out, guys. This is, of course, Oh, you're replaying it right now? I think they're replaying it.
We can never let 'em.
Aaron, thank you so much. You're amazing.
Oh,
All
they're
right,
replaying
there it
the
is. There's my
strike.
strike one more
strike,
time in
yeah.
case you forgot.
They're replaying the strike.
There it is. John in court. Oh. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Thank
Well
you.
done.
Congratulations. All right,
We'll leave it
guys.
on
We'll
a
be
high
right back.
note.
We'll be right back.
Hey, let's see the bowling
Yeah,
shoes.
here we go.
I want to see.
The socks. Oh, yeah. Just go sit down.
Hey, that one almost made it halfway there before it went in the gutter.